Taiki Shuttle is a 3-star trainee specializing in turf and dirt tracks at sprint and mile distances in the pace chaser position. Taiki was born to the Damn Welsh Muffin and sire Devil's Bag on the 23rd of March 1994, with his grandsire being Halo and damsire being Caleron. He was bred and owned by Taiki Farm, trained by Kazuo Fujisawa, and jockeyed by Yukio Okabe, passing away on the 17th of August 2022. During his short career, Taiki won multiple major races, such as the 1997 Unicorn Stakes, Swan Stakes, Sprinter Stakes, and Mile Championship, as well as the 1998 Mile Championship, KO High Spring Cup, Yasuda Kainen, and French Prix Jacques Lemoyne, having an 11-1-1 record, and earning over 615 million yen, as well as 1 million francs, during his career. He also won the 1997-98 JRA Best Sprinter or Miler, 1998 JRA Best Older Male Horse, and 1998 Japanese Horse of the Year, before being inducted into the JRA Hall of Fame in 1999. Taiki's personality and design as a cowboy in game come from her being an American-born horse, specifically born in Kentucky, and cowboys being a very obvious personification of Americana. Same with her ever-cheerful attitude and liberal application of her revolver during races. Taiki's racing uniform is based on her jockey's silks, as well as being a stereotypical getup for a cowboy. She wears a red bandana around her neck, has a cowboy hat resting on her back, a green star hairpin in her hair, green crop top, green and black armbands, leather riding gloves, a green skirt with white star and serrated white bottom, leather belt with fringe off to the side as well as a holster with a revolver in it, dark purple thigh highs, and leather knee-high boots with a fringe on them as well. Taiki is voiced by Yuka Otsubo, who also voices Kyoko Toshino in Yuru Yuri, Tommy Nishimikado in Hanayamata, Issei, Hyuga, Furutaka, Hyo, Junyo, Hiburi, Daito, Oi, Kako in Kitakami and Kanko, Kanako Mimura in Idolmaster, SPP-1, Type 97S, Architect and Intruder in Girls Frontline, Leaf in Pokemon Masters, and Ayumu Iwabitsu in Blue Archive. When raised to 5 stars, Taiki starts with 118 speed, 87 stamina, 119 power, 113 guts, and 113 wit, with a 20% stat bonus to speed and 10% bonus to wit. Her starting aptitudes are A on turf and B on dirt tracks, A in sprint and mile, E in medium and G in long distances, C in front runner, A in pace chaser, E in late surger, and G in end closer positions. Taiki starts with her unique skill, shooting for victory, which makes it so that if Taiki is in the middle of the pack during the second half of the final corner, her acceleration will increase to 0.4 for 4 seconds. When at Limit Break level 5, Taiki has the innate skills of Mile Maven / Productive Plan, which widens the gap between Taiki and the Uma behind her when she's positioned towards the front early race on mile distances. Changing Gears / Shifting Gears, which increases her passing ability when positioned towards the front mid-race on mile distances. Mile Straightaways, which increases her velocity slightly on a straight in mile distances. Straightaway Adept, which slightly increases her velocity on a straight, and Pace Chaser Savvy, which moderately increases her positioning abilities when running as a pace chaser. For Taiki, your career objectives will be: place 5th or better in the Shinzan Kainen, Classic Early January, Turf 1600 meters mile, place 5th or better in the NHK Mile Cup, Classic Early May, Turf 1600 meters mile, place 5th or better in the Unicorn Stakes, Classic Late June, Dirt 1600 meters mile, place 3rd or better in the Mile Championship, Classic Late November, Turf 1600 meters mile, place 1st in the Yasuda Kainen, Senior Early June, Turf 1600 meters mile, place 1st in the Sprinters Stakes, Senior Late September, Turf 1200 meters sprint, and place 1st in the Mile Championship, Senior Late November, Turf 1600 meters mile. When selecting Legacy Umas, I'd recommend ones with speed, maybe a Guts or a Wit Spark for stats, Mile and Dirt Sparks for distance and track type, Place Chaser for position, and skills that primarily benefit mile or shorter distances, since that's where you're going to be using Taiki the majority of the time. Speed is going to be your primary concern, followed by Wit for skills and maybe Power if Taiki is struggling to break out of the pack and into first from her Pace Chaser position. Stamina isn't too much of a concern with her because, as previously stated, she'll be running in mile races. For this, I'd recommend having El Condor Pasa and Sakura Chiono O for Taiki's Legacies, as both have preferences in Pace Chaser positioning and mile distances, while El Condor Pasa is more likely to get her dirt stat from a B to an A. For unique skills, Taiki's unique skill will proc in the second half of the final corner, getting her speed up, followed by L's unique, which further increases her acceleration and speed, and Chiono's skill will guarantee that she overtakes anyone in first place in the final 300 meters, if there's anyone to overtake. Recommended support cards are going to be either 4 speed 2 power or 4 speed 2 wit configurations, since you'll want your Taiki running fast and being able to break out of the pack, or running fast and running smart. Cards that give you Pace Chaser and Miler skills are obviously a must, with SSR cards like Baiko Pegasus Speed, Fine Motion Wit, and Vodka Power, as well as SR cards such as Daitaku Helios Power, Shinko Windy Speed, and Daiwa Scarlet Wit being what I recommend. The same criteria exists for skills: Mile Maven, Big Sisterly, and Changing Gears for velocity and passing skills, Keen Eye, Gourmand, and Race Planner for keeping endurance up in case the game tries to tell you your stamina is too low, and Trending in the charts or Leading the Charge if you want dirt skills. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter and Blue Sky for updates, and please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lane videos as well.